Hi, I am Ivan Danishevskyi. Somebody says actually it's Danishevskyi. I'm from Ukraine, and I'm the founder of eSports Charts, which I like to call the non-bullshit data company. The one that I found around 5 years ago to actually provide relevant and true data about streaming, esports popularity, games, whatever questions you want answered, we kind of do have the answers for. And interestingly, I like being relevant to the audience and to the event itself. And while being here for a couple of days, my presentation in my mind actually changed a lot. So I wanted to answer the most common question here, maybe to wrap the panel up, is actually the best question, is what is esports and why is it, how to act with it, how to work with it. A lot of people weirdly ask this question, what is it? And the easiest answer is in the name itself. It's just electronic sports. You don't need to actually differentiate, especially in betting, that it is something very different. Like esports is a group of sports which are electronic or digitalized, and they actually work almost the same as any other type of sport. It's an entertaining event that people watch, tend to relate to, and want to bet on. It's kind of same as regular sports. And since it is a watch, it's a live event, that is how we started our journey into making the market easier to understand, more trustworthy, and with a group of products featuring eSports Charts, I think we are the most trusted, most cited, most quoted agency in the world, being used by whomever you want to name it, Bloomberg, Wall Street Journal, New York Times. Everybody uses our data because it is very truth and relevant. If you want to ask which games are the most popular, you would have guessed. Nobody named it from the stage, right? Everybody guessed League of Legends, CSGO, and Dota 2. But how about the third one? It is and this is the interesting point, the most popular esports tournaments or events this year. This is like today's data. Second to fifth place is MLBB. You know what that is? It's Mobile Legends. It's a huge mobile game producing very good, interesting esports events. And nobody mentioned about it. So esports is kind of very big, very different, and available to everyone. That is why I think, let's see a little bit more. I wanted to talk about this slide. I think you won't even notice how all the sports will become esports, or electronic, or digitalized. Everything will be providing very big amounts of betting inventory, very big amounts of interest, and so on and so on. So esports will be showing the example to regular sports, and all the regular sports will kind of envy and try to become more interesting, faster, more relevant, more betting inventory producing sports than the regular ones. And I think it's going to be a huge move for everyone in the upcoming 3 to 5 years, I think. 3 to 5 years, if we act, like I said in the start of the presentation. Data-wise, we've seen around 10,000 professional esports matches this year, which were hopefully accepting bets, I think, most of them. And we believe that the number can be 100 times more, even 1,000 times more, I think, if we continue with working on the ecosystem and producing better talents, better events regularly on a daily basis. I think we're in a very weird position when people have actually scared off investors due to over-promising, over-delivering, using a lot of different, I would say, sexy keywords like AR, Web3, even esports, to kind of fake themselves into investments. This is fake it until you make it, usually not making it. So it's mostly fake it, fake it, fake it. And we've seen numerous investments in the fields in the last 2-3 years that actually the team was absent. Like probably you've known about the ICOs and how it ended up. It happened to the market, and it hurt a lot in terms of market growth and everything, especially trust. So a lot of people promised to deliver interesting products, and they didn't. So a lot of investors lost a lot of money. Interestingly, I had a very irrelevant fact. I had a conversation in London, in a random hotel in the lobby about esports, and I was very loud, like I usually am. I was saying esports, 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 and 3 tables around us asked, like, why are you mentioning esports so much? We invested into esports, and I asked around, being an expert myself. most of them invested into something that is impossible, flying cars. I mean, impossible to do in the nearest future. And they thought because of their friends and parents and so on, they did irrelevant investments. And I'm very sure they lost or would lose money in the nearest future because somebody told them like, esports is the future, it is the key market, it is growing, and it is not. Everybody has to coordinate properly with betting companies, with tournament operators, esports federations, and database companies to act together accordingly because we're going to be losing the moment. But if we do, I think it is a very good moment right now to actually invest and acquire using research. I mean, we've made years of research and work to actually be and find the companies that are able to do that. And I think if we concentrate on the technology itself, not the people that are trying to raise funds and promise something delivered in 10 years, but actually somebody who's been doing, I don't know, scientific projects. I'm currently a part of a pretty big scientific researcher in Oxford and Cambridge and UK, doing the social esports tournaments researches. And I think even students in the universities have better products than the ones that were promised and raised $5 million for example. So it's currently a very good moment to try and seize the opportunity because the timing is actually okay. And me, being the esports person, I care so very much because if we lose the timing, we're going to end up in a very bad position, which I would probably not want to happen. So what to do and how will it affect betting? It's a very betting-oriented, gaming, gambling-related conference. This is a very important question. And I think that it's a good place to start to actually establish a foundation backed by everyone or somebody in particular to try and convince that esports is a good thing. I mean, that gaming is about winning, not just playing, that it's just not spending time or wasting time. It's about winning in competition. And that's family-wise. It's also a very entertaining, very good experience to share with your children because they're very engaging into explaining what is happening on screen in Dota's, League of Legends, and other games for their parents. And that's a lot of fun, especially feeling the relatedness to the event. And by relatedness, I actually mean the will to place bets on your friend, your country, your team, wherever the game is. That's a very interesting one. And it actually produces a lot of social development for the children because they feel the belief, they want to be socialized, and they want to win as a team. Most of the esports, by the way, are team-based. Most of the games are 5-player teams. So it's a very important one. And it will, like I've said, produce better children. So yeah, this is the list of the most important things I think we should invest in. And the green one is that why? Because producing more events, more players will produce more matches played with better players and more relatedness into betting, especially if it's national. Since, weirdly, I'm not a football fan myself, by the way, but the only time I do watch and is when my country is playing, for example. And I bet as much as I can, just because I want to be related and I want them to win. Interestingly, esports, amateur esports especially, doesn't work this way. It's a very different type of tournament. That is why a lot of people do not buy into the tournament, and a lot of people actually invested into tournament platforms that were supposed to take buy-ins from the players, but they will not, because if a person is buying into a poker tournament, the person kind of believes that there's a bit of luck, so he actually believes he can win, like a jackpot or his skill base, whatever. It's not the same in esports, because if you're participating in a 500 people tournament, and for example, a couple of tier 1 teams is there, you will never win. They will always win. You will never have any prizes. And that requires a change of format. So the people would believe, first of all, that they can participate and win against, I don't know, Navi or Team Liquid or OG, to face them and be a kind of a part of the legend, and also have at least $1 of victory, at least a chance to win the tournament itself. Producing new formats, new ways of engagement actually gave and produced us very good results. We've tried out with a very big and different amounts of white labels. All of them have shown very good results. So there is a place for a tournament platform that will actually take money from the players. And that is actually part of Web3. It's actually part of Web2, you would guess, user-generated content. So when we show them what to do, and they will do it. So there is an opportunity to exalt a very, very, very big company, FIFA grade, I would say, even more, that will produce billions of dollars of markets and opportunities. And it is a good time to acquire, create, and control all of it. And since I do have 5 seconds left, there is a bonus for whomever knows what eSport Charts is or Stream Charts is. There's a bonus code. All of it is available today on my website, which is ivan.gg, together with this presentation. And whomever wants to talk more about it, I know that I produce more questions than answers, so I can answer all of them in my context. And again, it's on ivan.gg. Thank you, everyone.